So I'm about to join a VC with a guy called Paycar. It's a little bit of an outlaw on the server, but okay. Hello.
Hello, Shallows. How you doing, mate?
Uh, pretty good.
Okay, that's good. So, let me explain my story. I'm gonna give you the. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cleaning, and I have Bluetooth headphones, and I don't know if they have a microphone or not. Guess they do. All right. So I guess have you heard anything about my story yet at all?
Mm, I heard that you may have been X-raying and you got banned. That's all I heard.
Oh my
And a
God,
lot of people
these
didn't
people.
like you.
Okay, you've got a lot of people didn't like me part correct, and the band part correct, but not the X-ray. I guess I'll start from the very beginning. I'm gonna give it to you in as much detail as I can. So I guess I started out by joining Antarctica. Um and when I joined, I was talking about with ice and stuff. And we got started. And they said I could go mining in Australia. Here's where the first big mistake came in. Um Apparently I wasn't allowed to mine there, even though Milk with Ice was allies with Australia. And Milk with Ice is the owner of Antarctica, right? So I was part of Antarctica for a while, but that'll change. Uh, so I joined. I went. We set up everything at Antarctica to start, and then I went mining in Australia. So I went over. It was a long boat ride, I guess. Boats are not fun on Bedrock Edition, especially when you're using a controller. You can't like go straight.
Hmm.
So I veered off my path like 8 times. um, So we went along, and I got there, so I went mining, and I see these three dudes just like above me on the surface. They're digging towards me. So I end up trying to hide, and that doesn't work because I was mining, strip mining, so it's kind of obvious where I was. And then they kind of just trapped me and then killed me for my stuff. And then I asked for my stuff back, and they said sure. And they said for a ransom, it was like 30 some gold for my stuff. So I paid him the 30 some gold, and then he walked away. He teleported out and gave me nothing in return.
Oh.
Yeah, after paying him the 40 gold. So that's like I call it the mugging series because I've been mugged about 9 times. I don't know what I did to people. I really didn't. My motto is if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you, but if you're a dick to me, you're gonna pay for it. So that was the first one. So I went back and restarted. And then all my other members went offline at the same time, except for me. So I was like, okay, this is fine. And then, I kid you not, two invis guys, just two invis guys, randomly come out of a portal and decide to kill me and loot everything in the city that we've been building.
Oh.
Yeah, just straight up killed me and took quite literally everything. Um, okay, and then I had to restart again. So all my other members got online. They heard what happened and everything was fine. So it was about that for the next day. The next day, I get on and I build stuff. I build most of the city's infrastructure. And then uh, Antarctica hits me up. It's like, hey, you're not Antarctic anymore. And it's like, why? And then they refused to give me a reason. And then what they proceeded to do while I was offline is go to my house, take all my stuff, and while I was AFK, on the opposite side of the world, hunted me down specifically, killed me, and took everything. All right, I don't understand what happened. Okay,
Yeah.
so with my remaining stuff, I went to Great Britain. Like, I kid you not, a half an hour later, I talked to Great Britain's kid. He's like, sure, you can set up your own little colony somewhere else away from Great Britain, as long as you like join us, right? Um, So I decided to join, and then I kid you not, Propane, the admin, straight up decides to try to fight me for some reason. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fight you. So keep in mind, I was like down to my last legs or whatever, and I had the last of my valuables on me. And he straight up turned on PvP because he wasn't the leader of Great Britain. I was in Great Britain at the time. He straight up turned on PvP for everyone but me. He teleported a bunch of friends over and gave them PvP perms, and then they proceeded to kill me and take my stuff.
Wow.
Oh, oh no, I'm not even close to finish. This is retarded. So after being mugged again, I decide to go down to Switzerland. Um, Switzerland was actually really nice. I think it's still there. No one griefed it. I'm kind of surprised. And for a few days, I kind of settled down. I built a little mining colony, kind of thing of Great Britain, and it was really nice. There's lots of emeralds there. I was actually really nice looking until it got griefed. Um, and all like the stuff was taken out of it. But I ended up I at the time I was with the GWA. Do you know what the GWA is?
No. What is it?
Okay, so the Greater Water Alliance (GWA) is alliance of I'd say about half the server, plus half the server plus of all like the big countries. So I was at part of the GW at the time, and apparently, me being rude to. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. When they kicked me out of Antarctica, I stole a bunch of their valuables. Just keep that in mind. But that was after they kicked me out for no reason and proceeded to loot everything of mine.
Okay.
So apparently, Milk took that as a sign of war. She ended up joining the GWA, which previously everyone on the GWA stated that they hated Milk. Alright, they joined the GWA, pitched her case against me, then they proceeded to kick me out of the GWA, and then the entirety, the GWA.
Why is Thomas in
Well,
here?
I don't know.
Reason I just joined. Bye,
Oh,
Jackson.
yep. Oh,
Alrighty then. So the entirety of the GWA was like, yeah, we'll declare war on you for some reason. I was then kicked out of the GWA. And now the countries I'm about to state are now at war with me. The Roman Empire, that's like 5 countries in itself. Japan, Australia, Great Britain, which to this day really doesn't have anything with me, so we don't really go to war.
okay.
What else? France, Germany, like Ireland. I know I'm missing a big one. Oh, China, India, or whatever, like Sri Lanka. I think it's called Sri Lanka, not India. Um, and the Philippines decided to. And then I believe that's also Peru, but I'm not sure Peru is in the GWA or not. But yeah,
Wow.
they all proceeded to declare war on me, and then I was then fourth banned from all their countries except for Sri Lanka and Great Britain because I'm on good terms with both of them. Respectable people. Okay, so after being griefed on my own land, I proceeded to move away after being mugged by an admin. Uh, and after he took all my stuff, and after I built the colony of Sweden, I had to move again all the way to Canada. At that point, I had invited 2 friends, both of which were using exploits, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure Pine Potato was his name, didn't do anything wrong, but Ryan Foran, he uses botting. He went botting for mining. So at that point, we were in Canada, and we had made a little underground, unclaimed base there, where we could lay low until we were strong enough again to pop back up, which worked. In which case, then we claimed a small area nearby, which we called Canada, or the country Canada. I know it's some weird city name in Irish. I think it was like Fire Nation in Irish or something. Um, and that actually went pretty well. Nothing really bad happened for a while. except for the fact that Ryan Foreign was botting. But he got perm banned. Pine Potato was perm banned, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't X-raying. I think that might have been a false. I don't think he was actually X-raying, but he was banned for X-raying. So actually, the next day, here's where big events happen. This is about a week ago, before I was unbanned, because I was banned at one point. So a week ago, I was minding my own business, and one of the Roman king decided to teleport to me. So I was like, okay, sure. So I come to my land, and I've set up this little box, and I can send you the screenshot. And it's a box that said what is it called? The chamber, the shame chamber. And then it said on instructions, like, if anyone asked to teleport them in here. Because since it was on my land, they couldn't break anything. I teleported them into the chamber, and then took a screenshot, which apparently meant that they all decided to come and declare war on me. Now, at this point, I have had the Carthaginian Empire and the Mediterranean Alliance on my side. But the thing is, the Mediterranean Alliance is 90% French. So there's only like two guys that don't speak French. So I was like just talking to a bunch of French guys. Because like they were the only people who didn't want to like straight up murder me, you know.
Mhm.
And inside of that was the fact that actually just after, actually no, I'll tell this first. It's after. Gotta tell things in order, or it doesn't make sense. Go. Then apparently me tracking him and posting the picture of the shame chamber in the general chat was enough for 90% of the GWA to come and raid my tiny little fortress of North America. Now here's where things get crazy. I don't know where this happened. I don't know how it happened. Someone turned on random perms on my plot. Now I know it wasn't me, and it couldn't have been anyone in my city because no one else had perms but me, and I didn't. And the proof that it was off before is that since I trapped the dude in the shame chamber, he couldn't break out, right? He tried breaking out, but he couldn't.
Mhm.
So someone changed it, and it wasn't me. I'm assuming it was an admin. I don't know who else could have done it, but it was an admin, I think. So one of them proceeded to join my city somehow. I'm pretty sure you can join anyone's town without permission. It's weird. But you have to leave the town you're in currently. He proceeded to teleport into my town, then proceeded to teleport the entire army inside of my huge wood walls that I made specifically to keep them out. Alright? And since Randall's pearls were on, they griefed everything. They took everything I had. Again. They took my enchant table, they burned my buildings, they took my crops, they killed my animals. Everything was gone. Again. Nothing was left but the walls. They even destroyed the water. They blocked up the water in the fake river I had made. Like they went that far and they started just digging random holes everywhere. Alright, so I didn't turn on PvP, even though I was going to originally because they were going to be outside of the wall. But what was it, like a 90v3? No, 90v6 really, because I had 3 of the Carthage Empire members with me, and then my 2 other members. Like, how am I going to fight that? I can't. Right? So I did end up turning PvP. I then proceeded to try and trap one of them. Now, if you didn't know, Tokyo is the leader of the GWA, and the leader of Tokyo is the leader of the GWA. So I then proceeded to burn the city walls because I was gonna go and claim it and make another base somewhere else. And then actually drawed some attention. Some people ended up coming over, including Finland, which up until that point has been a really big jerk. All right. Half because of me, but I mean they're just being jerks, really, for no reason. Like before, I heard that like Sweden, Sweden and like Antarctica, they are like drama queens and whatever. I guess I didn't really understand that until they griefed everything, along with the Roman Empire. So that was fun. So then I drew by burning the city walls. I was gonna make like a political like statement, like not like relating to the game, not real life. Something along the lines of like, with the burning of this city, what will rise from the ashes, a stronger, greater power, blah blah blah, right? And I ended up drawing Sit for me, one of the main members of Sweden. Not the leader, but she's on more than the leader. So she decided to run her mouth like she always does. And she ended up teleporting, ironically, the leader of the GWA to me. I trapped him in a pit, and he couldn't get out. I then proceeded to light the pit on fire, and I killed him.
Okay.
So I think I took that as a win, because I mean, I just killed the leader of a group, well, the largest group in the world. And wouldn't you just assume that that means you win? Isn't that how monarchies work? If you kill the king, don't you become the king or win? Is that not how it is? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Like Game of Thrones, kind of. So I took that as winning a
Okay.
983. And then after leaving, there's been pretty quiet, except for the fact that the Mediterranean Alliance had an issue go on, and the Ottoman Empire, which is part of the Mediterranean Alliance, and Carthaginian Empire, the one I'm currently part of. The Ottoman Empire randomly attacked members of the Carthaginian Empire, and now they're at war. And then after leaving Canada, I proceeded to just make a small little claim base by Carthagin.
Okay.
And now for the part I get banned, I forgot to mention this. But in between me moving from Canada, where I burnt down the city and I killed Sylvan, the leader of the GWA, I proceeded to go to I proceeded to get banned actually. It was for 4 warnings. One, excuse me. One for combat logging. I was getting spawn camped, so I couldn't really do much there. And actually, I lost all my stuff for combat logging because I was teleported away, and then Propane decided to slash kill me in the middle of nowhere, so I couldn't get my stuff back. Lost my stuff. Again, this happens multiple times. I was actually, when I was in Switzerland, Mikey, the mod, decided to join my town, and he took everything, and then proceeded to leave my town. So that happened, and then let's go back to the ban part. So one was for combat logging. Another warning was for griefing. I built a giant dick right outside of Sweden, which I gotta say they deserved 100%. So I'm
Okay.
not sorry for that one. Another one for toxicity was I got the final warning when I was talking to Simp for me, and we just got into an argument. And apparently, I was the only one being toxic. You know, it was just me, not Simp at all.
Yeah.
So that's 3 warnings. What's the 4th warning? Griefing, toxicity, uh, combat logging, and what was it? It should be in my DMs with the mod. Propane, let's see. I can send you screenshots a lot of this.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, exploiting. Apparently the reason Propane wanted to kill me in the first place, when he turned on PvP and teleported everyone over to mug me, was because the night before, apparently, before any of this happened, I had because you can brute force your way through claim doors, right? If you open them really fast and sprint
Yeah.
jump into them. Apparently that was glitch exploiting, and that received me a warning. So when I was talking to Simp, that was my 4th warning, and I got a ban. Originally it was 4 days, and then it was a week, and then it turned to a week, 2 weeks somehow. Don't know how. After about 3 days of being banned, I contacted TPR, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll reevaluate your ban." And then he said, "Yeah, we'll bring it down to a week, but since you've already served 5 days, we'll let you go in 2 days." So yeah, so that was 2 days ago. Yeah, is when I got him banned.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm gonna go to war at some point on Antarctica for sure. Rome and Sweden are gonna get most of my wrath though,
I
because they
think
are
I'm
the
a
ones
part
who
of
decided.
Rome.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I see. I have nothing against the people of Rome, and I don't think the people of Rome have anything against me. All right. I just have things with the leaders. I think the leaders hate me for some reason, but no one else does. Because I never did anything to them. I never did anything to them, and then they all just started shitting on me. And like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that. So when I do retaliate, they're like, "Oh, you're being so mean and toxic," and I'm be like, "You just stole all my stuff and griefed my city."
Yeah.
And I'm like, we can forget about that. You were the one really being toxic. And I'm like, oh my god. I mean, like, I definitely helped. It's not like I'm claiming full, like, defense here of being innocent. I definitely did retaliate. But I mean, you gotta get two brains, man. You can't, like, dish out shit that you can't take back.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's been it.
Okay. I knew
Yeah.
nothing about you before this, I guess.
Oh, well, actually, I'm a really nice guy. I'm actually open to any trade relationship with anyone. Actually,
Okay.
before Rome griefed anything. I was just like, hey, I still kind of want to be friends after this because, I don't want to be a war criminal. And then I was proceeded to be banned from like every country in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm friends with a bunch of people inside of those empires, anyways. So
Okay.
yeah, that's about it. So are you really gonna make a story on this?
I might. I recorded this because there was no way I was gonna remember all of this. But
Okay, that's fine. No, and I'm just like, why? What did I do? Like, apparently they accused me of stealing. I don't steal shit until like I didn't steal shit until after they kicked me out of Antarctica, and that's the reason they kicked me out. Even though I created 90% of their infrastructure. And then later that week, they asked a mod to TP me into Antarctica to have me hand remove what I built while I was in Antarctica after they kicked me out of Antarctica.
wow.
Yeah, I'm like, what? And then Propane was like, clean this shit up or you're banned. And I'm just like, why? You kicked me out of Antarctica. Why am I doing your work? So I mean that's all fun and nice, but I
Yeah.
mean I think why the Romans hated me though is because I think I was actually heavily drunk a few nights. Something happened and I was heavily drunk and I put a sign saying from the Romans and my name on the giant dick near Sweden, which probably set them off.
Uh.
That's probably what happened. But other than that, there's not really much else. But I'm pretty sure I was mad drunk though at
Okay.
night.
Are you 21?
Um, is this being recorded?
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, you're
yes.
21, right? Good.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.